So the guys you brought in, it's interesting because like TJ Finley, your quarterback, he
Yeah.
played at LSU and Auburn, but he's throwing to Joey Hobart, who made that incredible one-handed catch on the sideline. He was at Utah Tech.
Yeah.
Like, how did you find all these people? Because it's obviously a different experience recruiting somebody who's coming from Auburn and somebody who's coming from Utah Tech.
Yeah. TJ was one of those deals where I remember where I was at. I was in New Braunfels over there, and I saw his name go in the portal. I talked to a couple people, got his number, reached out to him, and kind of gave it my spiel. And he came on an official visit later that week, and he had a couple other P5 OVs lined up. And after the OV, he canceled them and decided to be a Bobcat, which was huge. Because he's a difference maker. I think he's an NFL quarterback. He's got the size, he's got the arm. He just needed to be in the right system. And if you look at his career, the guys that recruited him for their system kind of left. And so it was a situation where we felt really confident in his abilities. We just, had to get him here. So he had to graduate. We had to go through that whole process, and we got him here in the summer. And he really, you could see his leadership and you could tell he'd been around a bunch of really good coaches. So that was a pretty smooth transition. And then Joey, Joey actually played for Coach Stutzman, our receiver coach, pass game coordinator. So that was that connection there. And once again, he had some big time offers and some P5 offers, but the relationship part of it is really big. And knowing what type of offense he was going to play in, that's what we told him. Like, hey, yeah, you can go to this school, you can go to that school, but are you going to get the ball, or are you going to be one of the main guys, or you're just going to be a guy over there? So he believed in us, and the relationship went a long way.
So your coaching career is amazing, because you finished playing football in 2016 and started coaching, and you've been somewhere different every year. You've been at SMU, you've been at Arkansas, you've been with the Philadelphia Eagles, you've been at UCF, you were the head coach last year at Incarnate Word in San Antonio, and now here. I imagine that helped you in terms of the portal recruiting, because you probably did have quite a few more relationships and quite a web of people you could call about, hey, you know this guy? Did you recruit this guy?
Oh, 100%. That's exactly right. And it's and I used all of them. Believe me, when you sign that many guys, you're talking to a lot of people, and talking to high school coaches in Texas, and because that's really that was our target, were guys that, hey, they played Texas high school football, they went to this school, that school, and then we're able to get them back. But I know guys at Auburn, and where else did we sign guys from? Utah Tech. I didn't really know anyone. I guess Coach Steph. I didn't know anyone from
Arkansas.
There. Arkansas. Yep. We knew people with Malik and that whole deal. SMU. We signed a guy from there. Mm-hmm. Kansas State. We know the strength coaches there. So a lot of times it's all about the relationships, because when you take someone, Oklahoma, we signed a bunch of Oklahoma guys. I know coaches there, no players there. So it was one of those deals where, you try to use as many, phone calls and as possible. And I did figure out this, the GAs and QCs, most of the time they'll tell you the truth more than the full-time guys, because, sometimes they're trying to, just get rid of them, or basically the QC, and they all want jobs. So they'll tell you the truth.
Well, and you're so much closer to being a QC than most other head coaches. I mean, that was only a few years ago for you. So when you've been a head coach for 20 years, they might not be so willing to tell you the truth. They might be afraid of you at that point.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.